All right. It looks like everyone else is running late as well.
All right, we got our live stream rolling. All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Code for Boston. My name is Matt, and I am on the leadership team here at Code for Boston, along with Alex, and we may have Thad and or Brian in here as well. If you have questions, need help with anything, feel free to ask one of us, and we'll be more than happy to help you out. The way this is going to work is we'll have some announcements, and then after the announcements, we will do some project updates. And then after project updates, new folks can stay in here, and Alex and I will give you the Code for Boston orientation. So with that, let's get started. First and foremost, we are governed by our code of conduct. So if you have any issues with anyone, if you feel like you are not being respected in the space, talk to one of us on leadership and we will take care of it. We want to make sure everyone's having a good experience here and we don't want any jerks in the space. Next, want to encourage folks to follow us on social media, whether it's email, YouTube, Facebook, that sort of thing. The weekly email newsletter comes out every Wednesday. So I work hard on that. And that's always a great place to get jobs and events and that sort of thing. And I'm also talking with some folks about doing some work to populate the other social media. So if you haven't been following the other social media channels lately, soon you may see them light up. So now is a good time to subscribe. Next, want to encourage folks to start RSVPing on Meetup. Meetup is where a lot of you found out about us, and it is also the place where we will be assembling the list of folks for our hybrid in-person meetups. So if you're planning to meet in person, you will need to RSVP on Meetup and make sure your name's there so that we can give that to the building security to let you in. Next, Zoom. I keep the latest Zoom link as a redirect from this URL. So if you ever get lost, just keep this bookmarked and you will most likely land up in the right place. And then if you are on Zoom and or YouTube, but not yet in our Slack community, Slack is where a lot of Code for Boston happens. And so I want to encourage you, go get your invitation at slack.codeforboston.org. You just enter your email and then you will be able to join our Slack team and then chat with all the different folks in the different projects. Finally, we are a nonprofit and we will be starting up in person again. And so our catering and other expenses will start to go up with that. So with that, I want to encourage folks to begin to think about who you know that might be able to support your work at Code for Boston. A lot of folks, employers can support through various programs, and whether it's matching or paying for your time here, or if they want to sponsor a hack night to promote some jobs they might be recruiting for, we can do all those things. And you can either make a direct credit card donation at this URL, or if you have another arrangement, talk to Harlan or I, and we will make it happen. So with that, let's do project updates, and we will start with the Good Governance Project Advocacy Map. All right, seeing none, let's go to Clean Slate.
So Clean Slate is going to be working on reorganizing our documentation. We're going to be working on the testing framework, and we're going to be working on setting up or documenting and, listing questions for the algorithms for the data. That's it. Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, Michelle. Next, Daryl, how is Police Data Trust doing?
Yeah, so we're getting a good pace going on the front end and building a lot of that out. So we have some of the initial UI elements coming together. And then on the back end, we're building pipes to allow a lot of that CSV data that's out there in the world to get converted into our database, or I should say, to get it from the CSV files that we have out in the world to now we have them processed to now putting them into the database. So, yeah.
Great. Thanks, Daryl. And then last but not least, do you have anyone here from Mattapan Mapping with updates?
Is anybody else here? I don't see anyone else. I can give an update if there's no one else. Hello. So the Mattapan Mapping meeting has already started. There's a bunch of people over there. So basically last Friday, we did our first phase of the project, presenting the first map to the grant funder at a big presentation on Zoom last Friday, like I said. And the next step is all being planned. So the Mattapan Mapping project is all about gentrification in Mattapan. We have some great partners, and we're looking forward to reimagining and opening up what's possible the next step. And come on by if you're interested in JavaScript software dev, and if you have design skills or user experience. So we're really in the early stages. So come on by. We're probably gonna go out to Mattapan at some point this year in the next few months to meet the team over there.
Awesome. Thanks, Thad. I appreciate you sharing the update. So with that, new folks, you should stay in here and we will get started with new member orientation in a few minutes. Everyone else, thanks so much for dropping by tonight. Happy hacking and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you, Matt. Thanks, Matt.